Hey everyone, so today I am going to be doing a review for you on the Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM. This was a requested video from one of my subscribers, and I promised to get a review out and kind of do like a compare and contrast and some of the pros and cons about the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. Because it really is a classic piece, something that will never go out of style, so you never know, a couple years, months down the road, I might actually want to use it again. But I did this review for all of you that are like me and really cheap and don't want to spend a lot of money on a bag, but you're willing to spend extra on a good handbag. And a Louis Vuitton is something, like I said, that will never go out of style, and it's worth the money as far as having a piece in your collection. I just don't know if this piece was the right piece for me. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't like the bag, because there are things about it that I do like, and that's what this review is for you all to see the things that I like about it and kind of compare and contrast it with another piece that I have that's less expensive that I can kind of like do a comparison with. So let's get started. And first things first, I will show you the paperwork that comes with the Louis Vuitton. I actually got mine from LouisVuitton.com or 1-800-Louis-Vuitton or whatever the number is, because my local store in Pennsylvania did not have the bag that I wanted. They only had it in the Damier Ebony print, and I didn't want the Damier Ebony. So when you purchase it offline or through the 1-800 number for Louis Vuitton, they give you a return voucher, and it looks like this. And that's pretty much in case you don't like the bag and you want to return it, it gives you the option to do so. So that's that. The next thing you get in the pouch is a thank you for shopping with Louis Vuitton. It just talks about that it's handcrafted and whatnot. So there's that. Okay, and then, of course, the coated fabric, cowhide leather trim. It's like the little tiny tag that comes in the bag. And all of that stuff comes in this pouch, and it comes with your receipt as well. So it comes in this little, like, envelope thing. And I kept the receipt out so I can show all of you. And I purchased the Neverfull on January 4th, and I paid $820. With tax, it was $869.20. Whoops. I know sometimes that stuff is important for people to see, just because Louis Vuitton ups their prices like every year around, I think, Christmas time. So it's nice for somebody to be able to see like what you purchased it for and how much it's changed. I know people have sent me messages that they purchased theirs even just a year or so ago and it was a lot less expensive. So it's kind of depressing for those of us who purchase it later. But anyway, so it comes with a big giant dust bag. And then it comes in this huge, if you buy it offline, it comes in this giant box. Like this giant Louis Vuitton box. It's huge, obviously. It's like bigger than my body. But anyway, so that's what comes when you order it online. I'm not sure how they package it at the store. I had a Speedy 25 bag about 5 years ago. I purchased it myself at a Louis Vuitton shop. They did box it really nice, but it wasn't as nice as this one was boxed. I guess it depends on which Louis Vuitton store you buy it from. You know, so that just depends. The Speedy 25, just real quick, I don't want to waste too much time because I want to get into the review. But the 25 was like the perfect size for me. But I went through some things in my life and realized that that bag was a little too expensive for me to keep, and I could have used the money. So I actually sold it on eBay and got a decent amount back for it and paid some bills off with that. So it was just a lifestyle change, and I felt that instead of having the bag in my collection, not using it every day, I just opted to sell it to get some money to pay some bills. But that, I mean, again, it has nothing to do with this, but I'm just letting you know what happened to the Speedy 25. Because I've talked about it before, and people have asked me to show them the bag, and that is why I don't have it anymore. I chose to sell it. Now, I am regretting my decision a little bit. Not the fact that I sold it and got the money to pay some things off, but the fact that I don't have that piece anymore. Wishing I would have kept that piece as opposed to maybe buying this one, because I'm a tinier person and a bigger bag is a little bit heavier for me. So probably would have been a smarter idea to keep the 25. But regardless, someday I would like to possibly maybe repurchase it. Maybe I'll sell this one and get that one instead. I don't know. But again, let's get into the review. Here is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM for those of you who have never seen it. Sorry if the camera's not getting the whole bag. But on the inside looks like this. It's very open. It has one pocket right here and a D-ring inside in case you get the little pochet, which I got as well. Okay, So I'll give you the dimensions on the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. It is 12.6 inches in length by 12 inches high, or 11.42 inches high by 6.69 inches wide. So it's 12 by 6 in length, okay, and it's 11.42 high. And then the side view, which is your thickness, is 6.69 inches, okay? So it's a pretty big bag. Now, I'll tell you what I think the pros are. Obviously, Louis Vuitton, it's classic. It'll never go out of style. It'll always come back around. It'll be popular, things like that. So that's what I love about it. I love that it's this coated canvas because it's very easy to wipe off if you get something on it. And I also love that it's so roomy and there's no like specific pockets. It's just one big giant open bucket. You can throw everything in it. So I do love that about it. However, there are a few cons that I promised I would share with you all. My biggest problem with this bag is look at how thin these straps are. Okay, because the straps are so thin, and it only has an 8-inch strap drop for those of you who wanted to know. It's an 8-inch strap drop. So when you put this bag on, which, you know, you can see when I put it on, it's a fairly heavy, it's fairly big bag compared to my little body. Now, when you put items in this bag, these straps get very, very heavy, and it's like, the only way I can compare it is like to a bra strap where it digs into your skin. Well, when this bag gets heavy, these little straps just dig into your arm and or your shoulder, and it just gets very, very heavy, and it's very, very heavy to lift this much weight on those thin little straps. So that is one of my biggest problems with this bag. It's probably the biggest reason why I'm considering selling the bag. Because it's just so much. You have to constantly move it back and forth to each shoulder, and your back kills you, and your arms are just tired, or your shoulders, I'm sorry. The second reason I dislike this bag is the vachetta leather, or cowhide vachetta leather that is on this bag, which are these lighter pieces. For those of you that don't know what vachetta leather is, it's just an Italian style leather that it actually, over time, it gets weathered looking, so it gets darker and darker, and it kind of just seasons itself. The thing I don't like about the vachetta is it gets so dirty so quick. So, and you can't just wipe it off. And when you go out in the rain, which anybody that carries a bag every day, it's going to rain sometimes. So when you're out carrying this bag, you can't shield it from the rain. So I'll be running in and out of somewhere, and there's raindrops on it, and I don't know how to get rid of that. Now, if there's anybody out there that's familiar with cowhide or vachetta leather and cleaning it, and you have suggestions, please feel free to leave them down below, because I would love to clean up the straps just a little bit before I would even consider selling it to somebody. I would never sell something to somebody that I wouldn't want to buy myself, so I take very, very good care of my bags. So that would be one thing I would want to clean up, is just a few little spots that I have on it. The other thing is just the fact that I do like the fact that it's an open design plan, like there's no pockets but that's also a con at the same time, because some people just need a few, like if they had a pocket on each side of the bag, I think that would be wonderful, but there's only one pocket. So if you're like me and you don't want things to spill in your bag, and you put them in little pouches, and you just want extra little pockets. So, and obviously the biggest other con, I know you're paying for quality and you're paying for the name, but the cost of this bag is absolutely insane. $820 for a piece of vinyl. Like, you're paying for a piece of vinyl with a little tiny bit of leather on it. I realize it is handcrafted. Louis Vuitton does not pump these out on a machine. They are handcrafted by every single person. I get that. I understand that. But then I want to say, for all the years that they've been handcrafting these, hasn't somebody realized that these straps are just too thin for this style bag? I'd pay $820 if there were a few modifications to this bag. One more place to put storage in. Thicker straps. And possibly, instead of the closure like this, maybe a different, a second closure. I don't know. Something else. Or maybe a button, a snap, instead of the D-rings. I don't know. Those are just a few of my opinions. Again, I'm not saying that the bag is not worth it. These are just my opinions and reasons why I have decided to stop using this bag for now, because it's causing me more shoulder pain than it is to carry the bag and have it for style. But other than that, I absolutely love the bag. It is a classic piece. But for you guys, I wanted to do something that's more practical. of a comparison review. So I brought in my Coach Poppy Glamour Tote, and this is probably 5 years old. So I brought this in. It looks like this. Okay, and for those of you who have never seen it, it's, again, a bag with one big open compartment. But it does have 2 pockets on this side and a zippered pocket on this side. It also has a D-ring in here on this side, if you want to put like your keys and such. But this one has a zip closure. This one has an actual zip closure. Okay, and then it has 2 little tiny pockets here in the front. Not all Glamour Totes have them in the front, but this one does. Okay, so I wanted to do a comparison with this bag because this to the Louis Vuitton Neverfull is roughly the same size, as well as, you know, there's a lot of similarities of it. So I wanted to give that to somebody that can't afford a Louis Vuitton, which I'm in the same boat. I saved for a long time for that bag, so I get that. But for somebody that wants to be more practical and something that a $200 price point is a lot of money for you as it is, this is a great alternative, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the cost of the Glamour Tote, no matter which one which color you pick, the Glamour Tote is between $198 and $199. Okay, it's a price point of $200 basically. Secondly, the size is it's 16 long, okay, 16 inches long by 12 high and 4 wide. So compared to the Louis Vuitton, it's actually wider than the Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM. It's a tiny bit taller by like a half an inch, and it's just 2 inches less wide. So if you can fit your stuff within a 4-inch wide range, then you're good to go because it's wider and it's longer, so you can kind of make it up that way. And it's saving you like $400. So the drop strap length is 8 inches as well. So you're not losing anything on the straps. You are gaining the thickness of the Coach strap, which is actually way more comfortable than the Louis Vuitton. I have packed this bag full, like to the brim. And when you carry it on your shoulder, it gives you more support, as you can see. It's 2 thick straps, as opposed to the 2 really thin spaghetti straps. It's actually very comfortable when you carry it, and because the drop of the straps is the same as the Louis Vuitton, it's no different carrying this bag as opposed to that bag, except this one does give you more support in your shoulders. I don't have to, continuously go back and forth. Oh my gosh, it's hurting my, shoulder and go back and forth. So, and you have the security of the zipper, the zippered closure, so you can close it and make sure everything is secure. Okay, the other good thing about the Coach bag, the Glamour Poppy Tote, is it's this fabric, the Coach fabric, the signature fabric. So it is got like a Scotch guarding on it, but it does get dirty, and I can vouch for that because this one's kind of dirty. I do have the Coach cleaner, which works excellent in spot treating on this. You can also use Woolite and cold water mixture. And there is another thing that you can do with it, and if I remember it, I'll put it in the down bar. A lady at the Coach store told me what to mix. But the Woolite and cold water mixture is great, as well as the Coach cleaner. You just take a cloth, you dampen it with the cleaner, and then you spot treat it, and you rub it in circles. It comes right off. Once it dries, you can't even tell that you cleaned it. It's amazing. So this is a great alternative for those of you who don't want to spend, the $800 on the Louis Vuitton Neverfull. Completely understand. I was in the same boat, and actually the funny thing is, I just bought from Coach a new Glamour Tote, and it's black on black and a wallet to match it because it was on sale. I spent less than $200 for the bag and the wallet, and I spent $820 just for the bag from Louis Vuitton. And I'm going to end up using the Coach more than I will the Louis Vuitton, just for all the reasons that I gave you all. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. I really hope that this review / comparison was a big help for all of you, because I know if I would have seen a review like this, I probably would have just went out and bought a new Coach Glamour Tote as opposed to buying the Louis Vuitton, just because I know I'm going to box this Louis Vuitton up now that I did this video for you all, and it's going to sit in my closet until I decide what I should do with it. Thanks so much for watching and requesting this video, and I will see you guys all soon. Bye!